The Source engine gives us the wide variety of visual effects that are possible.
After a hugely successful E3 showing in 2003.
And of course, what tech demo would be complete without a giant pachinko machine?
Valve promises gamers that Half-Life 2 will be ready in September of that year.
Thank you very much.
But Valve won't make that date. Instead, they will become the victim of one of the biggest hacks in gaming history.
One of the biggest challenges we've had in developing Half-Life 2 was the theft and release of the source code to the game on the internet.
Somehow, a hacker was able to set up some sort of code recording software on Valve's machines and was able to actually steal the Half-Life 2 source code and then distribute it across the internet.
Well, well.
At the time, it was shocking.
That was a dark day for us at Valve. We started seeing screenshots of our game show up online and even source code for the game engine itself.
I had people in the company coming to me and saying, you know, are we going to go out of business?
Still reeling from the break-in, Valve turns to a surprising place for help.
The FBI was not giving us warm fuzzies that this issue was going to get resolved. They were like, well, no, almost never, nobody ever gets caught, and you know, that's just the way it is.
We appealed to the gamer community for help with this problem. So we sent out a message saying, look, our stuff has been stolen. We know that you're anxious to play it just as much as we're anxious to release it. This hurts, so we could use all the help we can get. The response to that was amazing. Tens of thousands of email messages were sent to us with tips about possible sources of the leak or where people were seeing stuff show up online.
People were being called in for questioning by the FBI, and the word started to go out that they're closing in on this guy in Germany. And that's when that person in Germany contacted me saying, please, I'm not such a bad guy after all. They were arrested, and prosecution is ongoing.
With the source code theft behind them, Valve goes back to finishing Half-Life 2, from the storyline to the gameplay.
You start off the game again, figuring out your whereabouts in the world.
Welcome. Welcome to City 17.
You're deposited in City 17, which is a mysterious city created out of the ruins of other cities. You're surrounded by a populace that's totally beaten down and is waiting for some reason to strike back, sort of a depressed powder keg. And Gordon Freeman, the usual situation for him is he's a catalyst for change.
Half-Life 1 was really known for having pretty advanced AI, and we knew that going forward we were going to have to make additional investments in the AI. We spent a lot of time thinking about the squad AI and stuff like that.
We really had just tons of gameplay, physics and simulation as ideas. We can put you in a situation where you can use your wits, use your environment to really give you a really rich gameplay experience with lots of freedom.
Half-Life 2 will also expand Valve's relationship with the gaming community.
Modding's changed a lot, going from sort of the old school days of when people would just sort of, here's an engine, see what you can do with it, to today where we have a thing called a software development kit, which we deliberately build and give to mod makers for them to go and build the mods for.
Valve also introduces a new content distribution system.
Steam is a new type of distribution model that Valve has come up with, where you're able to purchase your games completely online.
Steam is letting us have a much more direct relationship with our customers. We can use Steam to communicate about our games, deliver updates immediately to a huge number of people.
Half-Life 2 is finally released on November 16, 2004.
We were terrified that we weren't going to be able to pull it off.
And for the people at Valve Software, the game is worth the wait.
10 years from now, people look back at Valve and see a company that really genuinely cared about the games and the people who play games. They didn't cut corners, and yeah, they may have never shipped on time, but they at least lived up to its responsibilities to moving things forward.
When people evaluate Half-Life 2, they'll be able to look at it as not just entertainment, but an art form in the way that comic books and movies and books have come into their own as art forms, as well as being entertaining.
That's all for now.